I am Carol Paumgarten. I'm the owner, artistic director of Steps. We are presently upstairs in our new magnificent loft, which is overlooking Broadway. In fact, we can see all the way down Columbus Circle with a beautiful backdrop of the Ansonia. And I'm in the presence of a very illustrious stellar crowd. Charles Goddertz, who's a tap teacher at Steps, Allegra Kent, whose career goes without saying. She was a major dancer with New York City Ballet. Michael Vernon, a multiple competent man who teaches at Steps. He's a ballet teacher. And I do believe that Steps actually has played quite a significant role in housing dancers over 40. For me, it is very, very important that we are able to provide a place, a space where dancers can continue to nurture their art. Steps is just this confluence of what we consider a diverse techniques, all genres of dancing, all levels of dancing, and of course many ages. We have dancers over 40, over 50, over 60, and I do believe over 70, and they do a damn good job. It's remarkable. But within that mission, we of course don't want to sacrifice the quality of the dance and the integrity of the art. So we're offering these classes, and people of course come and take advantage and become a part of this family pool. In terms of the spread of people over 40, they come from all over the world, I would say. They are major choreographers, and in fact the faculty are former choreographers, teachers, dancers. They're still coaching, they're still very active. In terms of the I just think there's dancers seeking out a training here. They come, they pass through, take a bar, and maybe move on to rehearsal from very famous people, the likes of Baryshnikov, and it's sort of a treat for people to see him. We try to keep him, give him his space and make it uninterrupted. Jacques d'Amboise, Allegra, sends her rays through here often, which we enjoy. And then, of course, there's a huge cross-section of dancers over 40 who I guess they're doing just for their sense of well-being and, you know, to get their center and to feel grounded in life. And what would be better than taking a dance class than going to the gym? And, you know, it's very interesting to me because when I see some of these accomplished dancers, they're seasoned, I'm very interested to see how they approach the class. They come in, they somewhat tailor-make it for themselves, improvise a lot, and obviously are doing what's best for their own bodies, you know, and what feels comfortable to them. And I think people can learn a lot from watching them. After all, you are the mentors for the next generation of dancers. So to have this aspect of the school is just wonderful. Just trying to think, the bright light is that they come. And people are taking class and very active also in choreographing for our showcases and very supportive of the school. I suppose, actually, it's testament to the great teachers we have. I mean, really a fine selection of teachers. And maybe it's just the nature of the beast that once a dancer, always a dancer. You know, whatever. It sounds corny, but dance is food for the soul.
Well, I think, excuse me, if I can
that's
say,
great.
You know, I think,
interrupt.
Well, you know, Carol, I've been working for you on and off, I think, for now 20 years. When you first had your studio in 1956, you know, I was working with the Oglevsky Ballet as resident choreographer and ballet master, and I became artistic director. And one thing I found through having the opportunity to teach it is what a pool of dancers it is. And first of all, I got to, unknowingly at the time, audition many dancers for the company through my teaching because they came to class. But also, I made so many contacts with dancers and choreographers, like you say,
who are passing through.
And directors, yes, throughout the world. So now, I have a network, and through that, I've been teaching, all over the world. And I think that Steps, as a studio, has really given me the opportunity to do that. As also, because you let us be very free in our style and our discipline, that I've been able to develop, I know, and grow as a teacher. And while Steps does attract so many wonderful professional dancers, it also attracts, great ex-dancers, like the dancers you say over 40, people who are so used to dancing and to taking class, that is the exercise of preference, perhaps for their life, rather than going to the gym. Right. Even though Allegra, of course, has developed a wonderful system of exercising in the water. So it's great to have a class in which you have such a mixture of people, where it's not just the professional dancer, but it also has taught me how to reach every strata of the class with the same exercises and with the same, I hope, dedication and attention to detail that I've developed here. It's very important for student dancers to have an example, like you say, Misha or Allegra or some great dancers, Wendy Whelan, who comes to class, to learn from, because so much of what we do isn't just taught, it's how we learn from seeing others by demonstration.
By osmosis.
I'm sure you agree.
Visual art.
Yes.
And of course, I can't do without my ballet class. I found other forms of exercise just don't do it for me. So I'm going to take your class at 1 o'clock, Michael.
I love you having you in class, Allegra.
So it's sort of like my tennis game ballet class. Although lately it feels more like my ping pong game. But it's like breakfast or lunch. It's just, I have to do it.
It becomes part of the day.
And I guess I'm in the over 60 group, so I'm way up there.
Now don't reveal, you don't need to.
Well, it's remarkable. That's one thing I can't change. I can't change my age.
I agree with you entirely.
So,
and one can't fight it, but I think
it's a legendary.
No, you can't. You can't fight it,
but
your age.
I think what we all...
But there are other things.
But we also realize that dance has kept us young, and I think for two reasons. Part of all, the exercise itself, but also as a teacher, the constant association with younger people and aspiring dancers and young dancers, and the way one has to deal with them, especially in a city like New York, where it's not that easy, there's so many distractions, keeps us young, keeps us attuned to the styles and the thinking of the young people, and I think that has kept us young.
To be surrounded by youth and energy, it's very true.
Oh, energy, yes. Yeah. Otherwise, we practice alone, and that's a horrible thought. Yeah. That group energy really is necessary, and the music, and it's live music, of course, which is very important.